Hello, fractured things. Lilith here. Tonight I have a story about a magnifying glass that revealed something worse than death, and about a boy named Asher who wanted to become a god of muscle. At 16, Asher walked into a gym that smelled of iron and sweat and broken dreams. The machines groaned like wounded animals. The men there spoke of alphas and betas, of carving their bodies into weapons. Asher wanted to be seen. He wanted the mirror to love him back, and for a while it did. Protein powder, creatine, little oral tablets called Dianabol, 8 kilos in weeks. His back became marble. His veins became rivers. He stopped being the quiet, kind boy. Then came the testosterone injections, the trembolone, the clenbuterol, the insulin. He stopped sleeping. His mind learned to go blank, to go deaf, to destroy everything around him without moving a finger. And then one day, a thin red thread ran down his leg. His bladder had given up. It was not a cut. It was his own insides liquefying. An older man named Jesus Camacho, a failed bodybuilder with thick glasses and a bitter tongue, took Asher to the hospital, but the computer rejected him. A forbidden patient. An ambulance with no identifiable license plate took him away, and Asher was never seen again. But Jesus had kept something. In a jar, hidden in his freezer, were the clots and chunks that Asher had expelled. That night, Jesus took out the jar to examine it. It had not frozen. It had become oil. He poured it onto a plate. No more chunks, just liquefied blood and tiny white specks floating. He brought his magnifying glass close, and then he fell backward. Floating in that thick reddish liquid were termites. White termites, drowned, but only after trying to devour what remained of Asher's internal organs. That was the moment Jesus understood that Asher was never really human, not entirely. Something had been living inside him, eating him from within, rebuilding him into a walking nest. But the story does not end there, no. Lilith never gives you the easy exit. Because somewhere in a nameless motel under a neon sign of a bitten apple, a woman named Orana hides under a bed. Orana does not sleep. Orana does not feel pain or hunger or thirst. She has been awake for years. She watches Asher in that motel room, where the only light comes from a television that plays strange spirals and old bodybuilding competitions on repeat. When Asher lies down, Orana crawls out. She takes her knife and surgically removes his eyes, 4 seconds per socket. He does not scream, he does not move. She tries to cut his throat, but the muscle is like armor. So she opens his abdomen instead, and inside there is nothing. No intestines, no liver, no pancreas. Just one lung breathing alone, one black heart pumping grease, and thousands of white termites building bridges of formic acid and metal-like webs. Asher gets up. He walks into the desert. Orana follows him for days. The sand becomes glass. The horizon becomes nothing. Asher falls and turns into crystalline dust, and from that dust, a flying insect emerges. It drives a long appendage into the glowing core of what remains, and it pulls out Asher's brain, still covered in viscous fluid, and flies away into an infinite darkness. Orana understands then that she is standing on a desert made of billions of bodies, billions of Ashers, all consumed, all turned into blue crystal sand, all still alive somewhere, maybe, repurposed for something she cannot name, and she is lost now. No time, no direction, just the endless glass floor of a reality that ended long before she arrived. So tell me, little listener, when you look at your own reflection, do you know what is living beneath your skin? Do you know what is eating you from the inside while you pose for a mirror that was never on your side? Lilith knows. Lilith always knows. Sleep well, or don't. I will be watching from under the bed.